Veremos ahora la visión desde Portugal. Tomará la palabra el señor Ruben Eiras, secretario-geral do Fórum Océano. ¿Es aquí? Sí, perfecto.
Sorry. My apologies. Well, buenos dias, boa tarde. Hello, I don't know in which language to speak first, but I think I will speak in English because of translation issues. Because I'm from Madeira Island. I'm already 25 years in Lisbon, but speaking a kind of Portuguese with Madeiran accent, I think the translator would be quite confused. It would be the same as speaking Mandarin. So, the presentation. So, first of all, what a wonderful island you have. It's the first time I'm at Palma de Mallorca. It will not be the last. The next one I will come here in vacations, not for work. So, it's a very, very beautiful island, indeed. So, what is Fórum Oceano? So, we are the Portugal's Blue Economy Cluster. I am the Secretary General, the new Secretary General, so 2 weeks. So I'm still on the honeymoon phase. So what is Fórum Oceano? So we will exist for 12 years. And now we represent around 50% of Portugal's blue GDP. We have 125 members, which make 4 billion euros of turnover and 1.6 billion euros in exports, and represent almost 13,000 jobs. What is so our aim is that, and our vision is that blue economy is a sector of sectors and is a mega sector indeed, because it can deliver us food, energy, cosmetics, health services, transport, leisure, tourism. And our goal is to bring together the main stakeholders so that we can find solutions and also catalyze new businesses for a sustainable blue economy. And this is what we do and how we do it. So we catalyze innovation, the ESG blue economy. What is the ESG blue economy? So ESG is the new buzzword for sustainability. You could say, well, that's another, consultancy, buzzword for getting new studies and all of that. Well, it's not like that. Because the ESG, the ESG is the acronym for environment, social, and governance, is a new trend that is gaining ground in the finance industry. In fact, 15% of the finance market growth that happened last year during COVID, here, during growth between investment funds, private equities, and also new instruments from banks, comes from the ESG. And what is ESG? Is a finance trend that you have to deliver not only the return on profitability, the pure financial return, but also to deliver impact. So the impact in what? In the environment, a positive impact in the environment, and a positive impact in the social area, so local jobs and so on. You could say, well, that's blue washing or green washing or whatever color you have for for putting finance more sympathetic. Well, that is not the case, because in fact shipping is the first blue sector area where the ESG is really gaining ground and very strongly. The Poseidon Principles is a coalition of 30 banks, European banks, among them BNP Paribas, Société Générale, Danske Bank, that are traditional banks that finance shipping, but they now only finance, and this coalition has about 2 years of existence. They only finance new ships that follow the environmental rules that are defined in their charter. And they quantify the impact of that. And who is financed by these banks has to monthly report the impact that was agreed in the loan that was made for building those new ships that will use LNG or any other kind of propulsions and technologies that will diminish their environmental footprint. So to say that this is not, I would say, a new cool and hip trend, it's real business. And why? Because climate change is a liability, it generates new risks, and businesses that are environmentally savvy and also socially savvy are less risky and deliver a safer return to the investor. This is why the blue economy is not only an economy of conservation or protection, it's very important, conservation and protection, but conservation and protection by itself doesn't generate wealth. It's like having the money in the bank that is saved, but it doesn't work for generating more money. So we have to put that, of course, working in a sustainable way with the digitalization, with the decarbonization, and the circularity of processes for generating sustainable businesses. And this is what we do at Forum Oceano, is with this approach, with this mentality, and bringing our associates to this new context, we catalyze actions of innovation with industry, with finance, and with entrepreneurs for making this happen. How? So one of our first actions is to generate the joint industrial projects, the JIPs, in the Anglo-Saxon term. What is this? So workshops of 1 day or 2 days where we get together the industry, the startups, the R&D centers, and the industry says, well, this is a very hand-on approach. Here's our problems, here's our challenges. What solutions do you have for solving these challenges? And at the end of the process, we have at least 3 to 4 ideas. Then we start structuring projects and consortiums around it. And then what we do, we go to the market, in a way of saying, and we get the finance and we mobilize the financing for it. If the companies have some money to start up the project starts doing their exploratory studies in it. And with this, it gains traction, and it's easier when, for example, the public finance from the European Union in several instruments, comes around. We already have structured ideas with a robust consortium that can go there and be successful. That's what we are doing now with the Portugal Recovery Plan that was given by the European Union. We are mobilizing 3 innovation agendas on the basis of this methodology, which I think will be quite successful. Also, of course, we organize the traditional trade missions, B2B actions. We also are going into the co-management of innovation infrastructures. Also, in the recovery plan, it's going to be deployed a network of innovation blue hubs in the ports in several ports of Portugal. We are in all the consortiums in different roles, co-managing and building those innovation infrastructures. And we also, of course, organize several events along the year. So 2 of them One is not mentioned here. I forgot to put it here. One of them is the Business to Sea, which is organized with Setmar in Galicia. So yearly. So this year will be in Vigo. Probably, why not to organize one with the Baleares, that we can make say 1 year in Porto and 1 year here in Palma de Mallorca. Here is the challenge. Or the invitation for us to speak about this. And what we do here is, so an event would be, I would say, actions, networking with startups and all of that dynamics between the Portugal and the region of Galicia. And we also are now providing for the last year advisory to 4 investment funds, blue investment funds, 1 public and 3 private investment funds. Concerning investment funds and finance, also to say, and also I'm grateful to the organization to the flexibility. Now it's going online, the second Ocean Funds Roundtable, that we co-organize with the Blue Invest platform for the European Commission and the World Ocean Council, so that now they are being presented 5 new private investment funds. Each of them, on average, have 100 million euros to invest in blue economy projects. So, again, it's not a question of lack of financing, it's the lack of good quality projects. And here, to finish my presentation, I want to show you one of the projects that are driving us very motivated for this catalyzation of the ESG blue economy. It's the Atlantic Smart Ports Blue Acceleration Network. It's a project funded by the EMFF. And it has, so the leader is one of our associates, BetaE. It's an innovation consultancy company. And it brings along blue clusters, like the IMDO from Ireland, CMC from Canarias, and then we have the World Ocean Council. We also have the cluster, the GC Ocean Tech from Norway, the Global Accelerator Network from the US, CPMR, Caleido, the accelerator, Blue Accelerator from Spain and Galicia. Magellan is the consultancy that is doing, that is helping us in the administrative affairs. Port Excel from Netherlands, and NOAA from France, and Aerotran from France. What is the main idea here? Is to build an acceleration ecosystem for startups that uses the ports as blue economy hubs for accelerating those businesses. It is deeply related to the Atlantic Action Plan 2.0 from the European Commission. We have the institutional support from the Ambassador Peter Thompson from the UN Secretary General Special Envoy for the Ocean and our Ministry of Economy. And we have a network of strategic partners of 123 strategic partners. That includes 41 ports and port associations. And since we have also the participation of the International Association of Ports and Harbors, we have access to a universe of 391 ports. But we also have the support already of 15 investment funds, also 18 other accelerators and business associations. What are our goals? So we are now in the phase of goal 1, is to identify 10 common challenges that the ports want, that unite the ports in cooperating with each other for finding the startups that will deliver the solutions that are common to the challenge of those ports. To say that in the survey that we are now in the mapping phase, 90% of the ports that support us directly, so the 41 ports, they have in their priority in the next 5 years to be blue economy hubs for getting new businesses in the areas of the offshore wind and offshore aquaculture, the new context of shipping, and so on. So next year, we will then launch an acceleration program then of identifying these challenges and also building the mentors network, the investors network and so on. We will launch a program for attracting 450 startups, from which 30 will be selected to implement the pilots in the ports. Through that process, we want to mobilize a potential investment of 5 billion euros. We already have with us the Dubai Ports World, which is the world's biggest maritime operator, and has a fund for, for this purpose, and to reduce at least 100,000 tons of CO2 in the operations of the 30 ports. Our invitation is this: why not for the entities of here of Palma de Mallorca to become, and also the entities that are organizing this event, to become strategic partners of this acceleration ecosystem. The Port of Barcelona is a strategic partner, not being the Atlantic, but wants to be involved to learn to replicate what is being done here. Why not the Cluster Marítimo de Baleares, the Cluster Marítimo Espanhol, and all the other entities here in the Port of Baleares to become strategic partners? The door is open, and we want to liaison on that. So, finishing, we all need, dreams, not only in our sleep, good dreams, but also to move us forward. This is what, when we are, when we are young, as a child, we live in dreams. And then, and this is the dream that, makes us go forward. Then we grow up, we become more rational or not, and then sometimes along the way we lose a dream. We lose our dream. We shouldn't do that. At least we have, of course, you can have, megalomanous dreams, but you should try to have, dreams that can be achieved. And I believe, that European Union, with all its difficulties, with all its, we know all it's lacking, it's, a place where you can, I would say, do something that can be different from the other parts of the world in terms of building, a business with purpose to maintain our social welfare in a sustainable way. So for the blue economy, I would say, why not we have, and build, and here it's, the Mediterranean is the place for it, a blue dream for the European Union. Why not build and mobilize us to build the most prosperous and inclusive blue economy in the world, and here the Mediterranean has all the elements to make that a reality. It's in our power to do it, and also to influence who has the power to do it. Thank you for your attention, and we are open for innovation and for collaborating for a stronger blue economy and more sustainable. Thank you.